way to Paris. Ride some more e-bikes in Paris now.
Oh, hopefully we'll be able to jump on.
Don't want to miss our train though.
Oh no.
Amazing train station here in Zurich. I'll figure out what gate our train leaves from. Get ourselves settled.
No, here we are in Switzerland and we didn't even buy any chocolate.
No, we tried.
How did we
tried.
get away with
We
that?
went to the Lindt chocolate headquarters.
It was all closed down.
Yeah, it's the kind of train I like. The Buffet Express. Okay, this giant board is what we gotta figure out. Our train leaves at 7:34, and it's not even on the list on the lower right-hand side. So, we're in good shape. Traveling by train is, I mean, especially when the trains run on time, is amazing. And you don't have to be here 3 hours early. You just get on the train, and the train is so comfortable. Man, it's the life. Okay, we're deep below the train station into the Paris subway. And as far as I can tell, this train 14 is where we need to go. Stressful moments. Gotta buy tickets, gotta load them onto your phone. All these things you gotta do.
Just give me a taxi.
Taxi. Yeah. And we emerged from deep under the ground. Just gotta go.
Amazing what's underground.
Yeah, it is.
It's quite an amaze.
That's what they call it, amazing. We picked up our bikes.
That was an adventure.
Our guide is gonna take us. I'm gonna reserve my comments about this company for later. But so far, the communication has been horrible. I say that in French.
What's that?
I'm not sure.
I know it's Spanish.
That was Spanish. Horrible. So, we're not starting off on a very good foot. All right, these bikes are like motorcycle style. Not sure what brand they are, but they don't have a throttle. They have good power. We're driving on the city streets of Paris, and Diane's doing just fine. There's that chocolate restaurant place that has a whole big line. It's not a chocolate restaurant, it's like a place you go choose what chocolate you want.
So, look around. That's what is amazing. You know what that is? That's it, the Louvre. #1 museum in France, and also the biggest one in the world. They like to say that if you spend 30 seconds in front of each piece of art, you need like 100 days. You are facing one of the 4 arcs we have in Paris. The 4 Arcs de Triomphe in France. That one is Arc de Triomphe du Carrousel. But look at the end of the view, you can see the biggest one in Paris. Arc de Triomphe des Champs-Élysées. The small and the big one, they were all made by the same guy, Napoleon.
Where was that robbery? On the other
Over
side?
there. They used like a big electrical ladder to go up, and they broke a window and they got into the building like this. So it was pretty crazy.
It was on the other side, right?
The other side, yeah, over there. We're gonna pass it.
I think we're gonna drive by the spot of where the crown jewel robbery took place.
At the end of the street, the part of the building at the corner, that's the spot they used to get into the building.
Wow. Okay, coming up on the scene of the crime. See if we can spot any clues. That's the spot.
There River, the Seine, the Eiffel Tower, and then also the next bridge, Pont des Arts. Pont des Arts was known for almost 20 years as the Love Bridge. You know why?
The locks.
That's it, the one with all the padlocks. At the end, that was so cool. The weight was like super heavy. The fence started to collapse. And the one we are on right now, the bridge, is kind of, iconic. That is Pont Neuf. Pont Neuf, the name is a bit confusing. Pont in French, that means bridge. Neuf, that is a way to say nine and also new. So a lot of people misunderstand that bridge for the bridge number 9. But in fact, that is the new bridge. So the island, Île de la Cité, City Island. Famous because of Notre Dame, the church that built in 2019. We'll be there in 10 minutes. But also famous because of that building behind you. The Palais of Justice, Palace of Justice, kind of a courthouse. But when that was made as the first palace in the middle of Paris. The first place to host the monarchy and the king in the middle of the city. From the 6th to the 14th century. So remember, first palace in Paris, that one, the city palace. Second one in Paris, the Louvre. Last one outside Paris, Versailles, until the French Revolution in 1789. I like to stop here because beside the courthouse, there are like two things you can visit. First one on the right, the white door, close to the right sign on the wall, that is the conciergerie. So when Charles V decided to build the Louvre, to have a safer place, because he was very worried. He was living here. He was very worried about some security issue, because that was very easy to sneak into that place and to kill somebody by example. So this is why he did it at another place, another building. And so when he left that place for the Louvre, he gave the key to he gave the key of that building to the concierge, so he could take care of the building. So this is why that part of the building is called conciergerie. That is the oldest part of the palace that was here before. And one part is, I would say, iconic because that is the prison, the revolutionary prison, where the French people put a lot of people, but Marie Antoinette. Marie Antoinette, that is Louis XVI's wife.
On our way to Notre Dame. It'll be interesting to see what that building looks like after the big fire.
There are like many stories that make that building very special, unique. Like the time of construction, that was made in 1345, and they took like 200 years to build it. 185 years to be more specific. When you think about it, it's like 3 or 4 generations of the family. That is insane. Yeah. So why it took so long to build it? The main reason is that, all the details, the technology was not the same as today. So
Lots of hop on, hop off bus tours you can take. I like the bike ride. Easy to fall asleep on the bus, and our guide is really good, knowledgeable. Crazy on the bike, so I'm interested to see what Diane has to say. She's hanging right with them. River cruise down there. Good, we're gonna go down there and check it out.
Guys, that building here, that is the d'Orsay Museum, the second most visited museum of Paris. Number 1 is of course the Louvre, but for many people that place is the number 1. The reason that place has made its reputation on one category of art, the Impressionism, like Monet, Van Gogh. Many people like to call that place the Impressionism temple, because there is the biggest collection in the world inside. So that bridge, like the building behind Grand Palais, they were all made for the same World Fair as the train station d'Orsay we just talked about 2 minutes ago. 1900 was a very big year for Paris. And that bridge, people really like it because there is like a link with Russia and also the Greek mythology. Kind of weird, but first, keep in mind that bridge, that is a symbol of the military cooperation agreement signed between Russia and France in 1892.
Fascinating tour so far. And now that we're on this dedicated bike path or walking path along the river, very pleasant, no risk. Reminds me of the Olympics. Seems like people were not willing to do the rowing because the river is too dirty. It rings a bell. About 10 years ago, we climbed all the way to the top.
Yeah?
Of that, you know?
Pretty cool, yeah.
It's a lot of steps.
There during the 19th century. So 1889 is of course the iconic one because of the tower. What is impressive about that one is that they only took 2 years to build it. 2 years to build what was back then the highest construction in the world. That was the highest one before all the ones in the US or in Asia. 100th anniversary of the independence of the US. Anniversary in 1876, and we made the gift in 1886. We were like 10 years late.
It's actually a gift from the United States to celebrate the 100 years after the Statue of Liberty. Well, you could ride up and down this on either side of the river, down to the Eiffel Tower and back. You can easily do that. Rent some bikes, public bikes. Spectacular ride. Using a guide adds quite a bit of knowledge for sure. It's amazing what you can learn listening to someone who knows what they're talking about. Right in the middle of the city. Follow that car. Come on over here. You got this. Keep going. Stay around the right. There we go.
Place de la Concorde, guys. A masterpiece of the French history. Place de la Concorde, you have to imagine that back then there was nothing in the middle. No obelisk. The first name was Place of the King, Louis XV. That was made for him. So because of that name, the French revolutionary people decided to use that place to kill the king, Louis XVI, with the guillotine, and Marie Antoinette, and 1,000 people, around 1,000 people. So the place, because of that, became Place of the Revolution, Place of the French Revolution. And so that place was kind of like meaningful for the French people, iconic. And so the leader, that was the opposite. They were like worried that the place would be used as a symbol to do another revolution in the future, and they didn't want that. So first they changed the name one more time, Place de la Concorde. Concorde in French, it's like a word that you use when there is an agreement, everybody going the same direction. Concorde in French, kind of a way to say everybody is together, yeah, going the same direction, symbol of peace, harmony. That road, we call it the historical axis. big closed-off octagon with only one road crossing the place in the middle. That reminds of a courtyard, the courtyard of the castle. And that is because of the architect. The guy who made that place in 1685, that is Mansart, Jules Hardouin Mansart, the same architect as Versailles. Look at the windows on the first floor. You can see in front of all of them a small golden sun. Remember Louis XIV nickname, the Sun King? That was made for him. So back in the day, we had the statue of him in the middle of the place. But because of the French Revolution, pretty much everything that looked like a king was destroyed. So we don't have it anymore, but we have now the Vendôme column, ordered in 1810 by Napoleon.
All right, time to wrap up our tour. Find the parking garage. You were riding bikes in the middle of the city.
That was crazy. That was crazy, I'll tell you. I'm glad someone led the way, stopped the cars. Otherwise, I'm getting squished in here. That is not my norm. No, no thank you.